the sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. And it's gonna be a beautiful day, that's plain to see.
Welcome to Bill Dance Outdoors, America's most popular and longest running TV fishing show.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
Hello everybody. You know, in the fishing world, matted vegetation matters a lot. You see it as something similar to an aquatic version of a canopy of a South American rainforest. Just like the rainforest canopy, matted vegetation teems with life in a hard-to-get-to place. And by the way, among that life and that matted vegetation are bass. Bass love it, it's home. But as far as fishermen go, many don't, simply because they can be difficult to fish. But put in the time to learn more about it and what's needed to successfully fish it, and you'll see why mats can matter. The key is punching through, getting your bait through the salad. The bass are there, but getting your offering through this junk and back, well, it can seem impossible. You have to get your bait down through the jungle, and the primary way to go about it is fishing vertically with a heavy weight. And generally what you need is at least a half to a 1 ounce sinker or bigger, a sharp hook, heavy line, a stout rod, and while you're doing this, you got to have a whole lot of patience. Let me show you what example. You see how thick that is right there? See, what we're trying to do is go right through that stuff and let it go all the way down. We're not fishing very deep. You'd be surprised just how close you can get to it. These are spike rushes, but a lot of that stuff has gotten waterlogged and sunk. So I'm going down, I'm hitting some of it, but I've got to jig it a little bit and fall through more of it as I go down. But what you try to do is put it in those openings if possible and let him come to you. There's openings down under that stuff. Today, when mining mats, we're using braided line with a small diameter, more strength and no stretch. Our sinkers are made of tungsten, which allow them to be smaller, but still heavy enough to penetrate the cover. Our hooks have wider gaps. They're sharper, they're stronger. Like what I'm using today. This particular one, you can see how wide that gap is. It's Aaron Martin's Gamakatsu G Finesse heavy cover hook. Our reels have more power and faster gears. Armed with all this new tackle, our strike catch ratio has improved tremendously. Tell you what, we've got everything that we need except our first fish. So let's go put all this stuff to work and see how we do, okay? All we gotta do is back the boat out, get our power poles up again, back old Black Beauty out here off the bank. Oh, something big moved. Whoa. Something big moved, all right. I saw it. Wrap around my trolling motor. Woo! Saved that one. Hit the whole thing. There it is. Nice. Ta-ta.
Bill Dance Outdoors is sponsored in part by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Rebel, catch fish anywhere. And by Mercury Marine, go boldly. Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast. Discover the lure of Gulf-to-table seafood brought in daily by Florida's largest fishing fleet. Visit our website and download your free Gulf-to-table fishing and eating guide today.
It's barely moving, but there it is. Get out of this grass. They go crazy. They don't know what to do. Just going berserk. He didn't know what to think. He just goes. Yo! Look at the size of these big old fat bass. Oh, don't you do that. Oh, big heavy thing. Let me turn you around. Look at that big fat gut. That's a pretty shaped fish. Now here's an important tip when it comes to fishing this stuff. Be it milfoil, coontail, hydrilla, lily pads, or whatever. Big masses of aquatic vegetation, submerged or floating, provide oxygen during the day through photosynthesis. But at night, in absence of sun, these same plants can deplete the oxygen content. And this is why the bass you caught possibly late one afternoon may not be in the same place the next morning. The reason is because the thick, dense vegetation drains the water of its oxygen overnight, especially shallow water. There's something else that you want to think about. Oxygen content will not be as rich either, especially if the cover you're fishing is really, really shallow. With a lack of oxygen generating photosynthesis, and on cue, the bass are likely to move out of the vegetation a short distance into open areas near sparse cover or into more isolated areas. I need to throw it over, keep it in one spot. So I'm gonna go back in there and just tear up everything when he hits it. There he is. I saw you. You showed yourself. You were on the outer edge, then you went back in there. You showed yourself there. Oh boy. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. There's all different types of matted vegetation. You'll find it coontail, duckweed, hydrilla, milfoil. This is spike rush right here. The cattails. There he is. Whoa. Good fish too. I saw those just barely, just sitting here talking, and He's a fat, fat fish. Look at that. Nice, isn't it? Woo! You showed yourself. I'm glad you did. Gosh!
Today's show is sponsored in part by Quantum Rods and Reels, Outsmart, Outfish, Outlast, Mystic Lubricants, Lubrication Domination, and Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Today's equipment log is brought to you in part by Fish Defunk. It keeps your hands scent-free and clean so fish can't smell you. Use Fish Defunk unscented while fishing and Fish Defunk scented after fishing to remove all odors. Today's show is sponsored in part by Stren, the standard of dependability since 1958. Fish Defunk, kill the stink. And Garmin, fight your fish, not your fish finder.
Oh boy. Another butterball. I just cannot get over how fat they are. Come here, fatty. There it is. That's a fat fish. Hello. Pretty fish. Ta-ta. Those are a little overweight, but they catch fish. That hook, it's got a, they call it a nano finish, whatever that is. I don't know. But it's real smooth. It gives quick penetration. And this thing's got something I really like. It's got a little hook keeper right there. It keeps that bait up on the hook. So I rig it, spin it around just like you would rigging a worm. Bring it in and just catch it. Stick the hook back through it. Bring it out and just skin hook it right like that. Then bring that right down to the head of the line, to the sinker. And there it is. I'm gonna try it right up there. Look at here. Wow. Wow, I pull that rod out of my hand. Oh, you strong little old fish, you. Look at him, here he comes back around this way, just chugging it. Woo woo! That's a strong fish. Oh, I'm telling you. Strong and fat. You through? I'll tell you what I got for you. I didn't even know I had this. What's this? My little bogus. How you like that? That is a sharp hook. Wow, the pliers are hot. Toodaloo. That river bug is though. It's just 90 degrees out here. The Bill Dance Question and Answer of the Week is brought to you by Mystic Lubricants and their complete line of JT4 marine products. A full line of products for your full line of pursuits. Visit mysticlube.com today. Now here's a question you'll never ask if you use Defunct. What's that smell? The Defunct family of wipes and sprays kills odors and kills them big time. Cleaning an onion, fish, a cooler, live well, or even your dog, and it's environmentally friendly. Defunct eliminates those horrible odors completely. It also removes human scents and enhances your chance of catching more fish.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort. And Motor Guide, trolling motors engineered for anglers. Closed captioning is provided by Bill Dance Digital. Follow us. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin and their GPS map series, chart plotter sonar combos. With advanced sonar technology like Chirp and exclusive Panoptix all-seeing sonar, you'll spend less time finding your fish.
No, that's not an antenna. It's my power pole micro anchor that holds boats or anchors boats up to 17 feet or 1,500 pounds, which is perfect for this rig. The all-electric micro drives the spike up to 8 feet deep and comes with 2 remote controls. And since it's made by the good folks at Power Pole, it has the same fast deployment and silent operation and unbelievable holding power.
If you're looking for the latest fishing information and tips, be sure to check out the free Bill Dance mobile app, available for both iOS and Android users.
Light biting rascal. When fishing in these areas, you have to pay attention to where the strikes are coming from, and naturally the depth as well. I'll tell you, when you get a bite or two, you start seeing a pattern develop, and you can still use that throughout the whole area. I've seen bass pick out one specific type of vegetation and use that while ignoring all other types of vegetation, even in the same area. I know that that sounds stupid or sounds odd, but it's true. This selective process can also be seen as fish favor a certain depth level near thick cover, or a bank like we just discussed a minute ago, or a certain type of bank, with deep water close by. Again, this is why it's so important to pay close attention to where you get a bite. I was talking about everything being the same, then all of a sudden the vegetation would change. You see all this spike rush, then all of a sudden you've got some cattails. Well, I hadn't caught anything in a while. Now right there, the same depth of water could be a prime spot for a good fish. Well, that was good. You know what you just did? You just cost me my bait, fatty. I guess it. There he is. Fish got that. Yeah, a good one coming out. Whoa. Nice fish right there. Oh yeah, big old fish. Look at that big fish. Boy, got it. Ain't talking about a fat one. Look at that. Okay, buddy. Woo, what a fat fish.
Well, dang it. As often happens when we've really just started getting into a great fishing subject and having a ton of fun, the old clock on the wall tells us we're out of showtime for this week. Treating the subject of fishing mats fairly, however, requires a bit more savvy. So tell you what, we'll follow the rules and get out of here for now. But please be sure to join us again right here next week for What Matters Most When Fishing Mats, Part 2.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
Thanks for watching Bill Dance Outdoors. Join us here again next week.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.